What is going on, everyone? My name's Boyd, and I'm back with some more Age of Mythology. The Titans action spawning in the left side of the map in the blue color, playing as Set. His name is Shelty, the snake Shelton. His opponent today in the red color, playing as Thor. His name is SunTzu. The map is Land Unknown, and this is the Champions League. It's best of three, still in the group stages. If you guys are following on the YouTubes, you will not know, but I'm actually slightly behind on all these games. If you're on the Twitch, you know I'm very behind, and I'm working my way through these recorded games. So no spoilers in the chat. And if you could avoid spoilers in the comment section, that would also be fantastic. So we're seeing Land Unknown. So this map here is one of my absolute most favorite maps. And I'll let you in on a little secret. Just a little secret. There is potentially going to be, I'm not sure when it is or if it's ever going to happen, potentially going to be a updated version of this map, followed by a tournament hosted by myself using simply just said map. You're not allowed to pick anything else, and you just play that map, and you have to keep playing that map, and it'll be very, very exciting. And the thing that makes it exciting is you spawn into the map, and you have no idea what to expect. And basically you have to scout and you have to decide what's going on here. So, for example, let's check out this map. This is a 2 gold mine map here for both players. 2 gold mine map for both players. This is very unique. This is only really possible on Ghost Lake, right? So, fairly unique map straight away. If we check out what's actually going on, very, very low hunt. Super low hunt. There is 1 pack of gazelle, 2 rhinoceros over here. We see the hyena is probably going to scout that. And we've got a couple of hyena up the top here as well. So super low hunt. SunTzu is going to be very, very unhappy about that, but he probably might make his way over here anyways. One thing that you can do with Set in this situation is simply get 2 monuments really early and then be making gazelle in the classical age. So we might see Shelty go for that style. We have scales of quintuple pass over here as well. So the question is going to be for SunTzu, how is he going to manage in this situation? He's going to have to farm a little bit. What I would probably try and do here if I was SunTzu, given it's low hunt, given it'll take a while for the set to get going because it's low hunt, sort of, I would probably consider trying to go for a very fast heroic age, and then use the gold, and use the market, and use the gold to buy food, if you need to do such a thing. That's one option. The other option would be to attempt to rush out winter harvest, irrigation, and farms as fast as you possibly can. And that would be beneficial. So we do see that there's a lot of goats being grabbed here for Shelty as well. So he's already got 10 goats over here. He's not making his way over onto this location. He's sending his priest over here. He's going to grab all of this hunt with his priest, which is really, really nice. SunTzu probably should have gone double Ulfsark here just to make sure he can cut off the priest from doing any of this stuff. And we do see SunTzu has hit, Shelty has hit the next age. There's SunTzu hitting the next age. Looks like he's going for a second town center here. A little bit greedy. We'll see if it's going to matter or not. But Shelty going for his own second town center, completely fine. He's going to be moving his gazelle up here. And I don't see the monument just yet for Shelty. If we turn this on, I can't remember what the command is. There it is. You can see that he does have 20 favor. Am I blind? I'm actually blind. Is it just me? Anyone else see the monument? He started with 20 favor because it's land unknown. Just saying, this map is cool. He started with 20 favor, which makes that fast winter harvest strat even better. All the much better, but SunTzu not going for it. Already throwing up his farms. He's letting these goats go for a little bit here. Fair enough. Before he is going to jump onto those. And that basically means that, well, one, Shelty can just eat some... well, it looks like he's going for Shadoof here. He could have just gotten Gazelle out, but he's going to get an early Shadoof and go into the farms. All of that good stuff. And there's the barracks coming down now for Shelty. And SunTzu's just going to be playing nice and defensive, not building anything out. And it's just going to be a very, very slow game because of the low hunt. So it's all about the setup and trying to get in front like that. Now, Rhinoceros coming in, going to be eaten at some point here. I don't see any armories. I'm a little bit surprised about the double barracks. Yeah, you need to put some early pressure on with set, but given all of the extra hunt you have, and you should know that you have the extra hunt because you are set, you can see the whole map. Probably best bet here for set would be a fast heroic into a semi-fast mythic with like hitting a tornado timing or something like that. Seems like it would be really, really strong, but these spearmen aren't going to do all too much because there's really nowhere to hit on SunTzu. We already see the armory up. SunTzu's pumping out all of these resources here, and the two town centers making the dwarves going to be attempting to get to the next age. You can see he's got two goat left, plus these villagers slowly going onto the farms. 4 villagers on wood are enough to be making that happen at a decent time here. And I assume SunTzu will just try and get to the next age as fast as he can. We do see the armories up and building some slingers for Shelty here. A little bit interesting. I'm not sure about the slingers. They don't really counter anything of Norse's like at all. Maybe like a little bit on the throwing axeman, but nothing else, to be honest. So we'll see how this is all going to go. That was just a relic that was grabbed here. We did get Grugnir Odin's Spear. That's going to help out the Ulfsark, but it's more important to keep that one away from the set player because set will want to go into Spearman at some point in this game. We see that the priest is getting sniped by the Valkyrie, but the Valkyrie will actually fall to this priest. It's not a fight you really want to take. Better would have been to just snipe all the Gazelle here instead of going after the priest there, but not going to happen just yet. We see some more units coming in to push the priest away, and Shelty being smart, retreating that one. And you can see that even with all of the set bonuses here in this game, SunTzu's completely fine to be doing this boom here. He's completely fine. Armor just about to pop up for Shelty. Shelty's going to be hitting the next age slightly before SunTzu, but it shouldn't be that much faster. The question's going to be Skadi counters. Oh, actually, no, it's going to be a very similar advance time for both players. Both players going to be hitting about a 9-minute age up here. As it looks like Shelty's getting Nephthys. He is. Oh, I'm supposed to hit this button, aren't I? There we go. So Skadi and Nephthys coming in. We've got about 15 seconds difference. So not that big. But the problem for SunTzu and problem with Norse fast heroics against Egyptian fast heroics is your military units train so much slower because you can't get your buildings up as fast. So you basically need to have like 5 to 10 Ulfsark or Hursar out at this point when you're hitting the next age. Then you can build your hill fort and start making those Jarl or making those Huskal or anything else. Now, I will expect SunTzu to basically effectively go instantly in for Winter Harvest and then maybe go for Jarl. Jarl will be really, really good here, I reckon. Because Shelty's going to expect Huskal throwing axeman or something like that, given the Grugnir Odin Spear or whatever. But there's the units are popping out. We see the immediate villagers moving forward. Migdal Stronghold maybe on this town center to secure it, but I do prefer staying 2 town centers here with set just to get the mythic age coming in a little bit earlier. But we'll see what he's going to choose to do. Shelty just staying outside the base here. You really can't do anything to the Thor here. Thor's going to have 3,000 gold to play with. Extra on top of all of this gold in his base. And when we do see a very, very aggressive Migdal Stronghold from Shelty, very smart to recognize what's going on here, what SunTzu is trying to do. And this is going to mean that this is going to hit very, very hard. We see watchtowers coming through for SunTzu, and we see copper shields as well, but no instant upgrades. Maybe going straight for the mythic age? Where's the market? There's the market. going straight for the Mythic Age, it looks like. So he's going to go instantly into Ragnarok. I don't know if I like this at all on a map like this with multiple gold mines here, gold mines here. I mean, the gold mines are all forward, but there are gold left in the base. Barracks are already set up. Migdol Stronghold in the face of SunTzu. You just have to see which town center he's going to go for with this upgrade, because chances are it might get taken down. There is a frost though, so we'll see. There's the Balder. Still no units being built here for SunTzu. Literally just going straight in on the Ragnarok. We'll see how it's gonna go. Sven, Helmborer, and Hildir Housechaser. Yeah. Gonna throw their lives away here, unfortunately for them. We see the War Elephant gonna be pushing in. The Frost Giant should come in and be able to deny this Elephant. He should definitely run the Elephant to get him close to the Priest or something like that, but Frost Giant going to be slowing this down just a little bit, pulling back, so it can come in and help out. Villagers might want to start considering jumping in. We see another Frost Giant coming out here, 71 population to 124. Possibly just Frost here isn't a bad idea. Keep your villagers working. There's going to be an Ancestors coming in, but it won't go down until after the Frost, and by that stage, your Mythic Age, and you can just cast Balder. Yeah, exactly. There's the Frost. Be able to stay alive for just a little bit longer. We'll see if Shelty wants to preemptively use this Ancestors, because otherwise there's not really much point. We don't see any units getting built for SunTzu though. He's still just basically just building Frost Giants, which I don't hate. The Frost Giants are great, but he's not going to get to 130 population at all. We do see some trades set up here. I love this from SunTzu. This is meaning that this is not crazy all in or anything like that. He does have potential to cast a Dwarven Mine somewhere. Looks like he's sending the units forward. There's the Ancestors coming out just a little bit preemptively here as the units just retreating away. And there's the Balder. We're going to drop all those resources in and then cast Ragnarok. 183 population for SunTzu. Shelty, on the other hand, 400 food, 300 gold in the bank. Army retreating away. How are the armory upgrades looking here for SunTzu? Beautiful forest fire to push these units away, but honestly, probably would have held on to that one in order to open this up so that he can hit this gold mine and this gold mine, but or whatever like that. We do see this town center going to get denied here as the army pushing him. Maybe even forest fire here would have been better, but really tough god power to be using. Didn't actually end up checking the armor upgrades. He's got almost full bronze, but definitely full copper there. That's the copper shields as well. It helps out a ton. All these units going to be falling in this location. We're going to start seeing those axemen getting spammed out for Shelty back in his home base. SunTzu with a crazy score lead right now as Shelty's having to retreat back into his base. He's going to be... What he should do is come up here and sneak this gold mine on the top of the map here, just because there's very little chance that SunTzu is going to move up and check that one for a little bit here. We do see the Heroes of Ragnarok going to be searching for something, but Shelty's at 77 villages. 77 villages making Axemen. Look, Axemen are great, but they're not actually better than Heroes of Ragnarok if they're unupgraded. The Heroes of Ragnarok are going to trade very, very nice. We see second town center getting grabbed by SunTzu, and you can see his gold still coming up. Surprised to see him not grab coinage here. If he could have grabbed that one, he's getting 55 gold from those. He could move it into this town center as well for a little bit more efficiency, but going to be totally fine. We see the Axemen coming in. He needs to pull back, get the Fire Giant in onto this location here to help out, because these Axemen are actually doing nice damage here, but the Heroes of Ragnarok are going to be able to clean that up. We are seeing these Heroes of Ragnarok pushing off the wood line over here. This gold mine still with 300 gold left in it. This gold mine just about finished up. So the gold is going to be an issue. We see the villagers sneaking up onto this gold mine. Like I said, exactly where where Shelty needs to go. So this is all on SunTzu to see if he can find that location or not. At this point now, SunTzu can start spamming out dwarves. He can cast Dwarven Gold Mine in his base as well for 6,000 gold. He still hasn't cast that one. And do we see that coming through? Yes, he does cast that one. Going to spam out those dwarves. Get the economy rolling here. But 62 villages for Shelty here. And we'll see what he's going to do. We have to make sure SunTzu does not want to throw away population here. He just needs to get good trades and keep Shelty on the back foot. We do see the army turning around. Going to get a couple of snipes over here. Is SunTzu not paying attention? Nice attack by Shelty as the units running in. Going to be trying to surround over here. Moving in with the rest of these units. It's not a bad fight. Oh, beautiful shifting sands from Shelty to clean up even more of these Heroes of Ragnarok. Pulling them into the town center. Going to turn the tides nicely here. for Shelty. And SunTzu has got his town centers up. We see the villagers moving on to this location. Maybe going to grab the gazelle. Maybe going to grab this gold mine down the bottom corner here. That's going to hit this trade route of SunTzu, which is going to hurt quite a bit. We can see the villagers in here already sneaking into this corner. We see the army coming in onto this location. The frost giant going to do, fire giant going to do tons of damage here, but able to start making some of those mercenary cavalry here. SunTzu needs to realize this is not the end of the game. Look at that splash damage though onto the axeman. This is not the end of the game. He can't be pushing in here. He needs to pull back, get his economy into gear here, because Shelty is going to be able to continue in this game. There's the villager sitting idle over here. He's looking for this gold match right here. One wall over here going to hurt SunTzu quite a bit as well. And if SunTzu can notice this and just send some units over there, it's going to be in a perfectly fine situation. But just pumping those units out, 17 villagers plus the 5 ox caravans. He needs to find villager snipes. Basically, that's what he needs here. The villagers retreating back, and be looking for the lumber camp over here, sneaking into the corner. I'm not sure exactly why he's going for lumber or for wood here. It looks like he's not really strapped for resources. He does need the wood, I guess. So Fire Giant's going to snipe this all off. And, I mean, SunTzu's he's in a decent position here. He just needs to keep going with this economy. He's building villages from every location. Dwarves coming back onto this gold here when he could be coming here with an ox cart. I know it's dangerous, but so I'd have to take those risks. We do see some priests starting to spam out, and this is completely fine for SunTzu at this point. He can keep spamming these frost fire giants. He's got 100 favor in the bank, 338 gold there as well. Still surprised to see no coinage. It's such a big upgrade, gives you so much more gold income. Pays itself off basically after one trip with like 5 or 6 ox caravans. The other thing you could be doing is buying food. Buy food because it's going to be really, really cheap. Actually, I tell a lie. I thought that maybe Shelty would have been selling stuff, but it's not actually what's going on here. Now the priest retreating back. The fire giant should be able to clean this up. But at what cost? Because these priests, they have funeral rites? No funeral rites, so they take a long time to fall here. See, the heroes of Ragnarok going to be sacrificing themselves. He could sacrifice these fire giant, kill off the town center. Not a bad idea. Definitely sniping the villagers is really good as well. Seeing these villagers up to 34, so SunTzu almost fine here. Almost in a decent position. He's got farms. He's got villagers pumping out. He's got a lot of resources in the bank. We will see that this town center is very close to going down, and he does sacrifice that final fire giant, and he will be finishing off this town center, putting Shelty down to 1 town center here. While this is all going on, Shelty's still pumping villagers, still got some units, and what he needs to do now is get some value from this army. SunTzu, he's just about ready to start making some units here. He doesn't have anything but fire giants. He needs to think about getting funeral rites if he hasn't already. And the priest and everything's coming. We see the siege towers taking out this town center in the middle of the map. There are some villages here that he could utilize to push this one back here. Fire giants are coming in for SunTzu, but he doesn't have too much else. And now we see a marker coming up for Shelty in this corner. I'm surprised to see him not use this corner though, considering he's already got villagers up there. Now we see the fire giant should be able to clean up at least one of these siege towers. Maybe be, oh, he's going to use that special on the units there and then go back onto the siege tower. He will be able to clean this other siege tower up, and that's going to keep this town center alive for just a little bit longer. Another siege tower will be on its way very shortly. The SunTzu's still alive, playing very, very nicely here, but he has a decent economy now as well. Funeral rites is finally coming in, though, for Shelty. So we'll see if this is going to be enough. 6 priests now. We're starting to see some raiding cavalry coming through, which I don't particularly love. Would much rather him invest into a hill fort or something like that, but I guess he needs the raiding cavalry to deal with those axemen. But he does have Fire Giant for that as well. So we'll see what's going to happen here. Siege Tower coming back in onto this location. Look at those priests dealing tons of damage now with the funeral rites. Chariot Archers looking for some raids over here. Nice micro to pull back with the Fire Giant. The raiding cavalry now have medium upgrades, so they're going to start doing a lot of damage. I just love that this Fire Giant's still alive in the back here. Fire Giants can kill off these axemen so quickly. Nice micro yet again from SunTzu to keep this going. These trade route is starting to look very, very juicy for SunTzu as well as at basically even economy here. So this is SunTzu's game to lose at this point. He just needs to make sure he can get those units out, building from only 2 of these longhouses. If he could just get out some more infantry units, he's going to be fine. We see the raiding cavalry chasing down these chariot archers as they're looking to start killing off the trade over here. This town center is secured, but Shelty has grabbed his own 3rd town center now. So very much still alive, very much still in this game, even with the score difference here. This is all in kill loss. So you'd have to say that Shelty's economy has probably economic total at the very least is going to be completely fine. We see the siege towers coming back in onto this location yet again, and SunTzu has misstepped here with this army, and the town center is going to go down. He's going to lose this longhouse as well, lose these Ulfsark if he's not careful, and we will see these chariot archers starting to hit the ox caravans here as more of these raiding cavalry need to come in and basically kill these off, because he can very easily kill those off. But the problem now for SunTzu is, how does he get this town center back? He's probably overpopulated on the economy here as well. So he needs more military buildings, and he needs to maybe build something like a couple of Ulfsark to build some more units. Has to pull off this gold mine. Still has 700 gold left on this gold mine. Ooh, we might be seeing SunTzu get gold starved here. If Shelty can cut this corner off, it's going to be huge. Because SunTzu's moving over here. Do see him going after this town center. So SunTzu might want to consider bringing all of his ox caravans back to base, setting up a market up the top corner here. This town center will be going down. But all the units over here currently for Shelty going to start going to town on these ox caravans. SunTzu not reacting to it well at all. Migdol Stronghold now coming up on this location as well. The dwarves going to be making a break for it. We do see a mining camp keeping good amounts of knowledge over there. Have we seen these ox caravans coming home? You just have to delete the market, and that's exactly what he's done. A bunch of ox caravans are falling though, which is going to hurt quite a bit. But dwarves here in order to take down these siege towers if SunTzu notices it. Seeing those ox caravans all falling. The axemen are not the best against raiding cavalry, but there are only 3 of them. They're going to get cleaned up. And we're seeing horrors come through now for Shelty as his economy is kicking into gear. Tornado on this location here, taking down this town center. SunTzu not paying attention to this. He's not paying attention. He's got fortified town centers. And now he does garrison here. He's going after these. All the units coming in. SunTzu's army is ridiculously strong here in comparison to what Shelty's got. The problem is simply, what is he going to do? He's sending his Ulfsark up to the corner to get that market started yet again. The siege towers have been picked off, but now we can see Tornado getting thrown down to put SunTzu down to 1 town center. And with basically pure raiding cavalry here, this is a big, big problem for SunTzu, because how does he get this town center back? The answer, probably grab like 5 of these villages, 6 of these villages, convert them to Ulfsark, come over and get the town center up. That's got to be the answer, because 115 pop, 120 pop, not going to cut it against 160 pop, especially because these rhinos are coming in, and also the free Avenger is going to be roaming around, starting to get some villager kills as well, and hurting SunTzu's economy even more here. Jumping into the siege tower, we got those Pharaoh and Priest staying alive for the time being, going to be sniping the siege tower at the very least. Fire Giants are falling here. And we can see another one falling. The Avenger's actually not that bad at taking down Fire Giants either, so it's a good pick there. Now seeing the raid onto the gold up to the top here, but Shelty, actually Shelty's very low on the gold, but he's full population. So as long as Shelty can push off this gold, he's going to be completely fine. We do see the Ox Caravans started again, but not actually building any of them out. And we're seeing the Avenger just about to fall now to the Herso, but nice micro there from Shelty. Going to be pulling that one away. Takes one more hit down to 24 HP. That's enough to pick off a lot of dwarves. And he's actually going to be pulling that back enough to start healing it back up with the priest, if he so chooses as well. And now SunTzu, 97 population, nothing to play with. Town center is coming up, but very, very slowly with only 3 of those Ulfsark. 1 Ulfsark on this town center as well. That's going to take forever. And now SunTzu, bet you he wishes he saved that gold mine at this point, using it straight away. Could have been grabbing gold in the middle of the map here instead and then casting it now, but not happening. I mean, he saved it for a long time, so he got max value out of it, but you know what I'm saying. The dwarves are going to be taking the fight to this now, as more raiding cavalry coming in, but that's still 160 population for Shelty to SunTzu's 77 population. And the spearmen are coming out. Shelty with 35 population is going to start getting Spear of the Horizon. Greatest of the 50, and these spearmen are going to start being absolute brutal units, to say the very least. Now we see some mercenary cavalry getting produced by Shelty as he's coming in to snipe these raiders. Chariot archers going after everything else. Dwarves are getting sniped, and you can see SunTzu's villager population has gone down from 60 or down from 80 because he had about 15 ox caravans. 55 to 60, 65 villagers. Now he's got like nothing left, basically. No gold income, really. Town center has come up. This one's almost up as well for SunTzu, but the mercenary cavalry spam going to be coming in. The siege towers pushing through. SunTzu now falling behind for the what seems to be the first time in this game score-wise. And flood control coming in for Shelty. Shelty feels like he's got complete command on this game here. With only 4 ox caravans, it's not enough. Siege tower is just going to be moseying through here, sniping military buildings. We're seeing SunTzu bring more villagers into the fight to try and snipe down these siege towers. And while this is all going on, SunTzu's not really doing much else with his side builds or anything. He's letting Shelty grab gold everywhere. No raids to slow Shelty down at all. 3 town centers are up now for SunTzu though, so we'll see if that's going to help. Did he get Winter Harvest? He didn't even get Winter Harvest. That's really, really bad because that's, I mean, he would definitely be in a better place had he got Winter Harvest earlier. But obviously now it's not going to help him. And we see the Fire Giant that come out there just get destroyed instantly. With these dwarves trying to sneak through, grab some gold in the face of Shelty. Shelty's not going to allow that at all. See these villagers moving up onto the wood over here. Avengers coming through, and this is just a matter of time because SunTzu's got no gold. He does have ox caravans, but not many. Now we see the villagers moving forward, going to get this Migdol stronghold up. Siege Tower's trying to push through. More raiding cavalry getting built for SunTzu. And he's got his, I mean, he's just not enough units here. The spearmen snipe these so quick. He doesn't need to move the siege towers in just yet. Just build like a Migdol right here or something. Right in the face. No way to stop it. Spearmen taking out these raiding cavalry. Chariot archers will snipe villagers as well. And there's the Avenger coming back in. I'm not sure if that's the same Avenger that got re-healed all the way, or was it one that was rebuilt. And in the 26th minute of this game, SunTzu does tap out. My God, what a game. I thought SunTzu had this one for a hot minute there. Like, he allowed this gold mine to be gathered from, but honestly, it didn't matter. He had this town center up. And losing this town center and giving this town center was the mistake. He just needed to hold this town center here because the army was so strong. Instead, he went over here and he got this location here, which was so vitally important for him to get attacked. And he was so far out of position that he had to restart his trade route. Runs out of the Dwarven Gold Mine over here and can't manage to hold this with his trade route getting completely destroyed and everything else. Not building enough military buildings, probably another issue here. And not building infantry. Not building infantry is really, really hard for Norse. So going mass raiding cavalry at this point in the game just doesn't exactly cut it. He needed to get, I don't know, 5 Ulfsark out and just not fight with them. Build buildings. Get all your upgrades. And you win. He was so far in front. That's all he needed to do. And unfortunately, no walls over here as well. Tough one for SunTzu, but Shelty does manage to hold in this game. Makes the comeback. If you guys enjoyed this game, please consider hitting the follow on the YouTubes. Sorry, the follow on the Twitch. If you're on the YouTubes, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next game.